Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. In our last video, we finished up exploring and side questing on our Purpleberry Orchard Island, and now all that we have left is the main quest, A Momentary Taste of Purpleberry. So our last update says that we retrieved a Rizzo's RR and DD Labs security card from the picnic site. It's unknown who dropped it, Helen or her mysterious paramour, which makes me wonder. I assumed it was Black Hole Birdie, but maybe it was not. And Black Hole Birdie came upon them, and that's why it's smashed and he got mad. Maybe that's what happened. Anyway, but at least you know where to look for your next lead. The Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs in Purpleberry Orchards, which is right here. The only thing I've done since I last left you was empty my bags and fast travel over here. Nothing happened, obviously, or I would have left it in. But anyway, let's quick save and head into the labs. Maybe. There we go. I love the new load screens, and it's like a Rizzo's themed. I really appreciate that.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Okay. That's not creepy at all. A little reminiscent of Dr. Olivia when we were on Gorgon.
Shh, easy now.
And the change in music is kind of awesome. What is this? Jeweled ring. Okay. Reception terminal. Let's view the recent appointments. Name Miss Ruth Bellamy, stage name Halcyon Helen. She wanted a lab tour. And then Administrator Ludovico. Product presentation. Messages. From Department Reception to Department Utility cleanup request. Hello, I'm so sorry I haven't had the chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a map to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. Okay. And then from Dr. Blossom to all RR and DD Lab employees. Subject is what in the Architect's Blue Blazes is going on? What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is all about? You better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes, or people are going to start losing jobs. What is going on? So Helen had a recent appointment, and so did Administrator Ludovico. Interesting. Okay. I have a quest update. Inside Rizzo's Research and Development District Lab, someone named Dr. Blossom asked to speak with you on the intercom. Now, wasn't Dr. Blossom the person that Ruth was supposed to be meeting with to have her tour? She's over there. Well, let's talk to her first, then we'll come back.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently? Who are you? Just exploring. Boy, this place sure looks like it's seen better days. Surprise inspection. I need to walk through the facility and access to your computronic systems. Let's try it and see how it goes.
Oh, please. Do I look like some simpleton groundskeeper to you? You do know I possess one of the highest IQs in all of Eridanos.
Ooh. Oh, it's just a worker. That why you're working in a rundown abandoned lab? Call your boss. I assure you, Administrator Ludovico will confirm I am an inspector. Ooh, but I want to be sarcastic. Let's be sarcastic.
Okay, Rungleach, you got me there. But it's not rundown. It's merely, under a state of duress due to an outbreak of pandemonium at the moment. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Is this the, employee, I forget what they were calling it in the last video, but the one where it makes them happy? Or is this a different experiment? It's probably a different experiment, let's be honest. Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You could make a run for it. What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you? Persuade there isn't anything you can do. There isn't anything you can do to help. I can take care of your problems. Now, what did you guys do to these people?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Not really, but okay. I'll find out when I hunt through the labs. You might as well be upfront about it. Maybe.
So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files. But will you understand the data once you've acquired it? Essentially, we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. My present troubles stem from one we've just developed. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining the science behind it would far exceed your capability for understanding.
Wow. I'm not sure who's worse, this lady or the one that we found on the pharmaceutical lab for Gorgon. So science, a sudden onset of violence indicates some sort of quick-acting neurological agent. Try me. I can't use it, so wow, okay then. You could just tell me what it does. Or is all that it does is it makes him crazy?
Now, was there anything else?
Yes, lots, hopefully. So I didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You can make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Do any researchers in this colony give a damn about human lives?
No.
Or does having a conscience make you unqualified for the job?
Yes.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
So by that reasoning, you are also replaceable. I'm just putting it out there. So let's try the persuade. There isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Maybe. I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterwards.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Oh.
Still ain't a fan of the way she talks about her workers. I say, we prove her wrong and find a way to save these people.
Okay.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Oh, but I had questions.
You're still alive. I suppose that is opportune. Have the more overwrought of my researchers been dealt with then?
No, not yet. I guess.
As if I could go anywhere. What a barrel of laughs you are.
I guess I have to come back. Okay. Vending machines. Okay, so what's our update? So Dr. Blossom explained that some of the workers in the labs became suddenly violent and asked that you kill or otherwise pacify them. She directed you to a terminal in the utility room that could disperse a sedative gas to knock them out if you're inclined to spare their lives. And the utility room was in the basement or something? Rizzo's first product, before Rizzo's, was the confectionery juggernaut you know and love today. It was an above average chemical waste management corporation. Oh dear, that's just, oh no. Anyway, on one otherwise unremarkable day, an employee on the slurry stirring shift leaned a little too far over a chemical vat, dropped a single purpleberry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for his hazardous incompetence, the employee was given an ultimatum by his supervisor: retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. That was it? Okay. The employee jumped into the vat, swam for the purpleberry, and accidentally swallowed it. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purpleberry hadn't been half bad. before falling into a toxic coma, giving his supervisor the idea to sterilize and ingest a chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon the sour, sweet, coated purpleberries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first mass-marketed product, the Purpleberry Bunch. Oh god, that's a horrible
Another
story.
corporate lab, another dead lab coat.
Yep, I can't... Oh, is it behind the... Here we go. All right, what's on this terminal? Employee notifications terminal. Greetings, employee and lab staff. Find helpful memorandums and news here. Memo, mind the gas canisters. Hello, everyone. This is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious. They're filled with sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. Thank you for your understanding. Memo, after work bar meetup. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are headed to the Grand Colonials Bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how this lightning on this bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers from someone who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. Wow, that's so passive aggressive. Anyway, memo, increased protective measures. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I am increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you know, a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. This measure will help us in further pursuit of that mission. Dr. Blossom. I'm getting such a Joker kind of vibe, you know, with the creepy smiles, someone falling into a vat, their hand turning green, because doesn't he have like green skin? I'm just getting like that kind of vibe here. But anyway, let's quick save. Whoa. And head downstairs. Alone, I suppose. Alone, I suppose. Okay, we need to go over here. We try to sedate everybody and then I'll poke around more. Crap. How do I get in there without killing that guy? Oh, what did it say to do? She directed you to a terminal in the utility room that could disperse a sedative gas to knock them out. If you're inclined to spare their lives. I would like to, but... maybe this is the utility room? Doesn't look like a utility room. What on earth is going on around here? Is that a utility room? Sulfur-soaked top hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Facem of Byzantium, last seen on Terror on Monarch. Standing much too close to the edge of a sulfur pit, the pungent accessory should serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch, and a further example of why no self-respecting Halcyonite should ever visit. Seems kind of random. Okay, that's not good either. Is there a map here? Am I like anything labeled utility room? Would be super helpful. mean, it looks the utility in here. There's like a furnace. Okay, so this wasn't the right room. And that's probably nothing. And this looks like a kitchen. Is it back here maybe? Maybe it's right back here. I feel like this is not going to be allowed. No, this is a bathroom. All right, not the utility room. I feel like I need to follow the green dot. Only I don't think I'm getting past these guys right here.
Me? I'm pleased as pie.
Trouble incoming, Captain. Don't mess with us.
Be your friend.
I just want to be my friend. Was this the utility room? That just definitely does not look like a utility room. As usual, violence remains a constant solution. Enemies remaining 7. Well, that stinks. Was this the terminal? No, research lab. I wonder where the terminal was for... You know what? Let's just... We'll just... I guess we'll have to choose violence today. Sorry, Felix. I can't find the terminal. No doubt we've walked past it like 20 times, but we'll have to see how it goes, because this was the elevator, and there was no terminal like right here. That would have been so convenient. Let's just do this more thoroughly like we normally do. You probably have to have a super high sneak or something to get past them.
Make you smile.
Did he just try to say we'll turn that frown upside down? Because that's kind of funny. I just empty my bags of all of this stuff. It's fine. So much I mean, I feel like, you know, it's like if you have the same cereal or the same breakfast every single day for weeks and weeks at a time, it gets kind of, you stop liking it so much, you know? And I feel like that's got to be how they feel about Purpleberry, anything. Because everything's flavored Purpleberry, and that would seem to probably get old after a while. I'm going like way too fast. See, no terminal in here. I'm not crazy. And we already did everything over here, right? And there was definitely no terminal here. But this looks like a utility room. I mean, it looks also like a dissection lab, which is kind of messed up. But, okay. And this door is a door to nowhere. And that door is also barred. Let's do let me close the door. Do the creepy lab last. This was probably the terminal. View lab notes. Product Innovation Lab. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. The 0-calorie sweetener produces 36% of the amount of dopamine compared to popular cigarette brands. It is possible that this is as far as we can go without introducing substances that would categorize this as a tobacco product, and we're already towing the line as it is. I'm interested in a trial with a large set of subjects. However, our lab's resources are getting cut thanks to the new lab that's begun across the hall. Maybe we can offer it to our colleagues in the marketing lab, show them a thing or two regarding proper science. Oh, okay. So first message to Dr. Blossom from the product department regarding lab resources. Dr. Blossom, I apologize, but I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts this lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products and we're losing 2 more researchers. Honestly, whatever's been being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than adrenatime. I mean, like, that's pretty addictive. So then also from the product department to Dr. Blossom Marketing Lab. Dr. Blossom, I apologize for our team's outburst at the product presentation. I assure you we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. What? From Dr. Blossom to the marketing department and product department, stop immediately. I am sending this message to both teams in the marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. If it weren't for the incredible projections Spectrum Brown shows, we'd all be out of work after that embarrassment at the presentation. I expect more from both departments. Also from Dr. Blossom to everybody. Oh, this is about the sound again. Okay. So not the terminal to turn everything off. Or not turn everything off, but to disperse like some chemicals or something. I probably walked right past it. It's fine. We'll just choose violence. As usual.
Look at all that Rizzo's. It's
What
like something out of my nightmares.
Hell. Yeah, that's the terminal? There was no way I was getting back in here. All right.
Here we go. Boss.
Fun! I just want to be your friend!
Just wants to be my friend.
Everyone all right?
No, we're good. Okay, so that's where I need to go, but I missed the other lab across the hall. So I should probably go back there technically first. What's in here? Shotgun and an assortment of adhesive notes. It appears whoever works here uses adhesive notes to stay organized. A couple of more intelligible notes. Rockwell visit to do. Confiscate badges done. Reprint badges pending. Change maintenance locks pending new locks. Order new locks done. Reevaluate lockdown procedure. Update docking authority with new lockdown procedure. Intake bet over under weekly bottles 5, SIGs 21, and weapons 4. Huh. Let's go back out to the lab across the hall, and then I'll come back. And then there's stairs to go up. There's so many things. So many things.
I'm guessing they film all their advertisements here. You know, if this whole place came crashing down, it'll make the colony a better place.
Felix, you say that like about everything. Okay, hang on. Let's back up, close the door, so no one gets out. So I can come back and kill them and go to this lab here. It does hurt. Oh, God. Vicar. Scared the crap out of me. Parasite jelly. Ugh. It's the things that go in there. They're putting on them. What have you guys done to your employees? Where did these parasites come from? Oh, good, another terminal. Lovely. What the hell are these things? Slug Lab. Our discovery, Slug Lab. Finally finished our first set of experiments on those parasites we harvested from the infected would-be attraction animals, and the results have been, what the hell am I doing? Why am I taking this tone? Who's going to see this aside from members of the research team? I barely need mention how beyond completely phenomenal today's find has been. Not only have we discovered why Harold, the system's saddest teacup canid, had his remarkable turnaround. Frankly, I'm amazed no one realized something was awry earlier. His cage was only about as large as he was. By the way, Myers, there goes your daily adreno injections theory, you buffoon. But we've also found something that will find me to a vice presidential position in no time. Remind me to devote a bench commemorating the Rizzo's semi-industrial exploration team for giving their lives to bring back the Iridium giganteus from the Holy Caves. I'll also be certain to devote an even larger bench to myself for finding the birth site of the parasites and ordering experiments to start. I've already been in talks with management about ideas for products that could utilize the parasite's joy-intensifying hormones. It's amazing that Slug hasn't looked deeper into this. We may have had to cede them the land, but seemingly they haven't disturbed our research site. Well, their oversight is Rizzo's immense benefit. Great job, me. Okay, Dr. Psycho Blossom. Today's incident. I'm sure some of you are still shaken by the events earlier today, but the course of science never did run smooth. The benefits of our research are easily worth the potential risk associated. Garcia would most certainly agree if she were still alive. I've talked to Administrator Ludovico about setting up some additional security measures in case of another test subject breach. In the meantime, for the love of the architect, do not infect an individual test subject with more than one parasite. The frenetic joy will have to be enough, at least for now. I'm still looking into promotional means, but I think we'll find something soon. Some Rizzo's product engineers have discussed mass producing the parasites and placing them in some kind of beverage to evenly distribute the joy-inducing hormones. Things still seem very promising. I look forward to the day when I can leave this backwater facility behind. This is horrifying. Lab notes, hang on. Lab notes, gas and test subjects. Blossom demanded we help the engineering team produce a gas that would target the neural links of individuals infected by Iridium giganteus. Well, we did, and it was simple enough. Just isolated a particular cell type only found in the parasites and produced an enzyme that should shock them temporarily into stasis. But you better believe the second it came time to tell the administrator about it, she was the one who had developed the gas, and she was the one who had been primarily working with the engineering to get everything together. She takes credit for the initial finding, and even after Dr. Garcia's death, which was basically all Dr. Blossom's fault, she still somehow manages to find a way to spin things in her favor. Some of the other researchers were talking about altering the gas not to target test subjects, but to target her, and for it not to render its target unconscious, but dead. I wouldn't write this down, but I know you are writing it down. I wouldn't write this down, but I know Dr. Blossom doesn't read log entries that she didn't write. Tell you their ideas are beginning to seem more and more appealing. And then messages. To Department Utility from Department Slug Cadaver Removal. At your earliest convenience, a Slug Lab requires your sanitation services for cadaver removal. There are 2 bodies at present in the RR and DD labs, 1 scientist and 1 test subject. Send a team to move the personnel corpse to the incinerator. After this, please send a hazard team to dispose of the test subject. For highly classified reasons, the corpse can emit certain chemical compounds that are extremely dangerous if mishandled. Please don't skimp on the protective gear. We'd hate to have to hire a separate utility team to pick up the bodies of yours. Good day. That's the why is everybody so loud thing again. Okay. So they found these parasites and have figured out a way to harvest part of them to put more parasites into people to make them more happy, cooperative. But it seems like it only lasts for so long, and then they go crazy. Shocking, I know. Okay, let's see. What's back here? So Marketing Research Lab. Team, don't drink the coffee. I told Dr. Blossom we weren't crazy. Every single one of us began to have clinical insomnia, and she tells us it's because we've drank too much coffee. Well, it is because of the coffee, or more so what's in the coffee. I had the janitor swap out the coffee grinds an hour later than usual this morning, and what do you know? I've been asleep all day. Those jerks in product have been messing with our supply. Don't ask me how, I just know it. They think they're so smart because they know how molecules work. Well, they aren't the only ones that can create a chemical dependency. I've got a Pavlovian prank in place for the Spectrum Brown presentation that'll cause quite the show. Ooh, these guys really did not get along. So from the marketing department to Dr. Blossom regarding Halcyon Helen. Dr. Blossom, we're thrilled to hear the news that Rizzo's secured Halcyon Helen as a spokesperson for the new Spectrum product. Our data shows that she has favorable dispositions in many key categories, including the coveted 18 to 34, regularly employed existential crisis demographic. We'd be happy to show her some of the product advertisement ideas. Stop immediately. That's the fighting. And then this is the noise. And that's the lab again. So is this the market? They don't have labels everywhere, so I don't know what room is what. Okay, and this was the marketing. What is coming out? And there's a person in here that needs to...
I just want to be your friend!
Might I conclude you found an alternative method of pacification? Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access of confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
Lady, I have all the guns. Do you really think that threatening me, the person who just killed all of your employees, is going to get you anywhere? I mean, I kind of want to shoot her in the face. Because she was literally willing to kill anyone and everyone to get off this backwater planet. It totally is just a bunch of TV sets, like mini sets for like commercials or something. Kind of cool. What's that? Oh, just a chocolate bar. A knockout bar, rather. All right, that's that. So let's go back to where... Oh, what's this? Our R&D note, Lewis, if I may say so, you marketing people are scary. Me and the other engineers are going to want 100 bits extra each to keep quiet about this. Anyway, the beds are hooked up with the equipment you requested. Should work fine sensing when those poor product bastards are in REM sleep. Once they are, the Spectrum Brown slogan plays on repeat at 1/4 of a decibel. With that recording of people being torn apart by canids on a loop in the background, extremely morbid curiosity bids that I ask how exactly you procured a recording of so realistic a nature. Self-preservation, however, outpaces that. Just pay me so I can destroy my memories of this interaction with ample application of Spectrum. Nobody of consequence. These guys, like... marketing and development did not get along at all. Okay, so there's the stairs up that I want to take over there. Oh, I probably should have taken the stairs down. And then maybe I could have gotten into here a lot easier. Oh, that's probably what I needed to do. Okay, so I did the product innovation lab. And then there was another terminal back here. Utility terminal. Dispense sedative gas. Everyone's already dead, Jesika. Memo's new employee orientation. So utility terminal, welcome, insert name. We're happy to have you as the new mechanic/custodian at insert location. It is your responsibility to ensure your location of employment is tidy and works like a charm. Your duties include, but are not limited to, cleaning of all surfaces, regular maintenance of all machinery, restocking employee break areas, maintenance of all electronic systems, keeping inventory of the location's operational items reserve, voluntary assistance for the lab's research as needed. To be like a test subject, are you saying? Maintaining thorough documentation for your possible successor. We know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry. Your predecessor has kept thorough documentation for your needs that you can find on this terminal. We hope you're excited to begin this most fulfilling career. And remember, whoa, 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 it's Rizzo's. File how to be a janitor. Training file corrupted. Please guess how to do your job to the best of your ability. First day log. I've gotten 17 requests from the lab workers that I had to respond to and also managed to find that time to sweep, mop, and buff this whole place. I was hoping that the employee how-to document would help with some of these machines that I've never seen before in my life, but guess what? The asshole left it completely blank. Gas hookup. I got a request from Dr. Blossom to hook up the gas lines to some canisters that are mixed with a heavy sedative for dispersal in the lower labs. Luckily, I've got enough experience cleaning all the muck that builds up in the vents to get it all done in a couple of days. Still, I wonder what they're needing it for. I think they took the last of the raptidons out of the lab last week. I guess the pheromone flavoring results weren't as promising as I'd hoped. Oh, sir, if only you knew. Experiment participation. Jackpot. Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something, and here it is. I get to be a taste tester for the newest Spectrum flavor. I'm heading to the lab right now after I fix the clog in the shower. So exciting. And that is your last log. You no doubt died, or you're like you weren't the researcher, you were the test subject that had to be disposed of. Oh, that's so tragic. Armor parts and weapon parts galore. Oh, well. Well, I guess I inadvertently chose violence. It's fine. But let's see. If I had come down the stairs... Was there a way to get here?
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What do you think you are?
Oh no.
What was that? Boss, we gotta move.
Oh, yeah. Crap. Dr. Blossom's office keycard? What? Oh, no. I don't think there was another way down. Now, the doctor has been murdered.
Dr. Blossom was a horrible person, but she was gonna cooperate with you. Somebody wanted to keep her quiet.
I got her keycard now. Of course she's dead. And all of our workers are dead. Ooh, what is this? I want. Okay, hang on. Let's look at her terminal real quick. View download confirmation. Error file deleted was successfully downloaded to an external data cartridge. Use the discrepancy amplifier to find additional clues. Okay. And then messages. From Administrator Ludovico, Halcyon Helen's lab tour. Apologies for the late notice, but Ms. Bellamy has requested a tour of the facilities while she's visiting Eridanos as Halcyon Helen. Please prepare for her arrival in the morning. From Dr. Blossom to Dr. Blossom. Note to self. Well, Leora, you did it again. At long last, you located a bottle of Spectrum Black hidden in a crevice of musty shelf space in the storage warehouse last night. That much closer to finally getting the Spectrum Gatling to work. And what happened? You got all the way back to the water tower before running into a group of primals already diverting themselves with fruits of the fermented variety. One bad blackout later, and here you are covered in primal vomit without the Spectrum Black. Get it together. What? That is so bizarre. What the hell is going on? It's so loud. Files. File deleted. Parasite findings. Tests involving the parasite Eridanium giganteus, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced astounding results, even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency. The pheromone that Eridanium giganteus secretes produces dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of this compound we can introduce to subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to administration, the product impressed for two main reasons. As mentioned before, this product will produce that boozy feel-good stimulus like no other. But more importantly, the pheromone makeup is completely unique, which means that there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with zero laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means.
Why do I get the distinct impression someone's trying to stop us?
Hang on, I need to read that again. Nope, files. That's an ideal presentation to administration. The product impressed for two main reasons. Produce that boozy feel-good stimulus like no others. More importantly, the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding classification. So they can use it however they want, whenever they want. At the end of the spectrum, collect all 8 variants of Spectrum vodka. Open case. Not all Spectrum flavors are present. The Gatling taunts me from behind its glass cage. The infernal void damned thing refuses to work, and I know the exact cause. It's me. Why am I wired like this? Why? Whenever I tried to fiddle with the internals sober, I broke parts off, or connections failed to fire, or pieces stuck out of the casing and shorted out other components. So of course the solution was obvious. Get at least a little plastered prior to the work period, every work period. When I'm relaxed, my hands don't shake and it's much easier to see where things should fit or how to bridge certain connections. The problem, of course, is that I also get artistic. Why should a weapon work on mechanics alone? Why shouldn't you have to say slot one of every single fucking kind of Spectrum vodka into the thing before it will fire for the first time? I don't even know if it's tied to the weapon's internals or if it's some kind of lock. It's a lock to unlock the thing and get the gun, I'm assuming. But it seems like it should fire and absolutely will not. I have to get one of every kind of Spectrum, including black. I can only hope the storage warehouse has had a recent shipment of the entire Spectrum. Oh no. Or all this work will have been for nothing. Oh no, I sold everything. I have to be the dumbest genius this side of Halcyon. Well, yeah. So I have a new quest. Hang on. At the end of the Spectrum, you found the Rizzo's Spectrum Gatling gun sealed inside a case in the RR&DD Lab's head research lab. The terminal said the weapon required all 8 flavors of Spectrum vodka. We need to get red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, and black. Ask the Nut Hut vendor about Spectrum vodka. The storage warehouse logs mentioned shipment of Spectrum vodka were delivered to the Purpleberry Nut Hut. The vendor may know where they ended up. Oh, okay. So I need to go there to get the vodka.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
To get the gun, right?
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Wow, that's wow. I would never figure that out on my own. Let's examine the body. You're sure you heard gunshots earlier, yet this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. After much thought, you're unable to deduce any further details. Although you distinctly remember hearing gunshots, on the intercom you don't see any bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all 4 of these scientists without much resistance. Means they will be well-trained, some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
Did the device find anything? Besides the obvious, I mean.
Not really. 5 kills in and out before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit. I'd expect more blood. Strange, I heard gunshots over the intercom but don't see any casings. Pretty sure they're dead. Whoever did this was evil, like some kind of villain in a serial adventure. I'm totally getting that vibe. But let's go with the second one.
Yeah, me neither. And that gunfire didn't sound like a plasma rifle.
Mm-mm. It did not. Let's keep our actual gun out. I like the bag.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Oh, okay.
Timeline discrepancy. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Okay. I just keep saying okay. Oh, there's stairs here too. Ooh, a recording. Awesome.
It's not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is... This is Dr. Blossom. Iridanium Gigaseous Slug Research Report 1. Subject, a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
So she was, it seems like, an alcoholic as well. As well as being a crazy person, but anyway, I'm not finishing my sentences again. Are these like special ones? No, they're the basic ones. It's like a spotlight on your hand. Yeah, I went to like my AFK mode real quick when listening to that recording. That was odd. Okay. I think we've gone through everything here, because that's the way out. So you would have to have just a really, really high sneak to get around everybody downstairs.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh. What's going on here?
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Oh. Examine the grate. Your gauge that this vent probably isn't supposed to be gaping open, but beyond that, it's difficult to tell if someone used it to enter the lab or to escape from it. Seems daring either way and fun, if a little scary, like something a character in a serial adventure job might do. Kind of. Let's examine the fuse box. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not quite sure what. Huh. Okay, her office was here? Here we go. Shh. That was excessively loud. It's her gun. Nothing fancy. That's disappointing. King, Thurwell, Ellerton. Nope, doesn't look like anything exciting there either. Spectrum, Vodka, Violet. I got one of those. Does it go to the most important thing, does it go to my quest items? It doesn't. It goes to here. That's really not good. Because now I have to remember to not sell them because I just sell everything there. Oh crap, that's gonna be tricky. Okay. So I ran in here to run in here to go over there. And then I came around this way and the criminal. So I came straight, or I was walking down this hallway. I heard gunshots, came this way and around, and the criminal went the opposite direction and went out here. Criminal, assassin. Let's call him an assassin. It sounds so much cooler. Okay. Right. Can I click on this and open case? Okay, there's no way to deposit the flavors or something beforehand. Open case. Okay, I guess not. All right, well, we'll just attempt to remember to not sell it. Let's look at the logs. That one's done. So what do we have to do next? So you found evidence that a certain research file was downloaded to a data cartridge, then deleted from the terminal. Administrator Ludovico will want to hear the results of your investigation. Yes, he probably will. And I imagine I have to go back to my penthouse, which is good because I want to switch up my party when I go and look for Black Hole Birdie, because I want to bring Parvati instead of
Attention all personnel.
the Vicar.
Unscheduled pollinization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time. Releasing the waspitos for pollinization. Cycle is now in progress.
I don't really know what a waspitos is, but I think we're about to get educated in a hurry.
Yeah. Latest update. Someone has unleashed waspitos all throughout the orchards. Find a way to stop the pollinization cycle before you're stung to death. Well, let's come back over here. Oh, I don't see them. Oh, the flashing lights is a pollinization cycle in progress. I'll have to come back over here and... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Slugs, run.
Oh, good.
Run.
A fight.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sacrificing you. I'm sorry. Cannot use while in combat. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them in here. Okay, we're doing okay though.
Rizzo and Maximillian trapped in the orchards for location as the pollinization cycle commences.
Hang on, this is not going quite as quickly as I had hoped. Is there any flamethrower maybe? Let's try it.
Don't forget, our trees and bushes can pollinate themselves. I can't see!
That's the
Okay.
last of them.
You're fine. We're fine. We're all fine. Frightened. Repeated eye injuries have made it harder for you to notice things close to you. Effects -10 in melee skills. I that doesn't bother me, but like I'm doing a playthrough without any negative stuff happening to me. Oh, come on. Ordnance control helmet. So this was locked beforehand. Oh, we've got some floating mosquito swarms. Some weird effects going on. Flamethrower. That was really useful against the waspitos. Okay, what was my update? Did I have one? Someone's just trying to kill us, basically. That's what's going on. Hive control home screen. Hive status is active. A pollinization cycle is currently in progress. Let's abort the pollinization cycle. Calling mosquito swarms to the hive. Check recent activity. Warning: the system has been illegally accessed by a person or persons not employed by the Rizzo's corporation. Brute force to trigger an unscheduled pollinization cycle was used to override this device's protocols. Protected records and documents may be compromised. Caution is advised. Greetings, error token not found. Okay, so from M. Chen to Lawson, real funny. Hilda, generally when two co-workers get blasted out of their mind on Spectrum Vodka, and one of them makes a joke about how wild it would be if someone put wasps and mosquitoes together, he doesn't wake up the next day with a promotion and a couple 100,000 rabid insects on his back porch. I can appreciate a good joke as much as the next guy, but I got a message earlier today about, quote, making sure I increase quarterly yields, and it wasn't from you. If you wanted to, I don't know, bail me out sooner rather than later, I'd be most obliged, Morris. So they accidentally made not mosquitoes, waspitos. There we go. So to M10, or from M10 to Lawson again, bail me out. Hilda, I'll put it bluntly, this place is one bad key press away from total disaster. Earlier today, I accidentally selected the begin pollinization cycle function on this terminal. The cycle just activated. No password protection. No confirmation message, nothing. And it so happened there was a scheduled tour making its way through the orchards at about that moment. Somehow that idiot groundskeeper's exterminator mechanicals got activated, giving the Waspito something to sting that wasn't the tour group. Those people barely got away with their lives, and I don't think we'll be so lucky next time. My supervisor has apparently scheduled me for some kind of standard medical treatment. But when I come back, I better have a message from you apologizing for not responding to my messages and containing an immediate transfer to somewhere that isn't here. I've had enough. Oh no. Oh, Mr. Chen or Mrs. Chen is not unhappy anymore. Apology. Oh no. Hilda, I reread my last message to you and feel I owe you the deepest and most heartfelt of apologies. I have been such an entitled bore since I received this promotion. In reality, I should have been thanking you. To oversee the day-to-day coming and going of creatures as majestic as these Waspitos is a great honor. Congratulations on your promotion, by the by. I would have thought I'd be mad, especially considering how central my Waspitos were to your new promotion, but since that treatment, I found it difficult to stay mad about much of anything. I hope you enjoy Byzantium. Oh no. Poor guy. Well, I am going to, I believe, pause here for today. So on Saturday, I think I'll probably meet you over in hopefully not a blurry section. Let's try this again. There we go. I'll meet you, I think, over by the shop over here, the pea-free nuts shop, I think it was, or something like that, and try to buy some of this vodka, and then maybe we'll be able to get this task at the end of the spectrum done, or at least we'll know where we need to go to get all this vodka, because I only have one, I think, of 8. But I would like to try to do that, and then we need to head back to the main island and check in with Ludovico, and then if that quest finishes, I want to do Prince of Tossball, but I thought I was going to do Prince of Tossball today, and that didn't happen, but lots of interesting information was given to us with regards to the slugs and everything going on. There's an assassin about trying to kill us to stop our investigation, and now I'm officially rambling. But anyway, as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Saturday with another new Outer Worlds video.